welcome. My name is Larry Haase, and I have the honor of serving as principal at Menasha High School. On behalf of the whole Menasha community, we welcome you to the 2017 commencement ceremony. I'm really excited because there's so much energy in the room, and I'm also excited because we have a special treat for you. In just a second, we are going to have the senior choir sing the Star Spangled Banner. So if you could join us in standing as we sing, as we listen to and they sing the Star Spangled Banner, please.
Whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare were singing, in air gate.
Again, a special thank you to our senior choir, Ms. Verhulst, the director. Let's give them another round of applause. Thanks for putting that together, please. Class of 2017, congratulations, and thank you. Also to the staff, I really appreciate your presence, honoring our graduates, because they're part of who we've been for the last 4 years. And it's parents and community, I don't know if you're aware, but we have almost all of our staff who choose to be part of this ceremony as a way to honor our grads. And I really appreciate that, because it's the strength of Menasha, the teachers, the parapros, and all of these staff that work with them. So if you wouldn't mind me, how about let's give our staff a round of applause. Thank you very much. And seniors, I've talked, you've acted like you've listened for 4 years now, alrighty? And I appreciate that. But just a couple final words from me as we keep on moving, and you move on into your many directions in life, is that you show compassion and respect, not because of who they are, but because of who you are. And that is going to get you pretty far in life. But unfortunately, we can't stop right there. Because in our day and age, we need to continue to work extremely hard. We need to continue to work and continue to improve ourselves to improve our family, to improve our friends. It's not good enough just to be a bystander anymore. And that's what we want more of you. And hopefully through your education, we have taught you and you have the skills to be more than someone standing around. It's okay to be kind, but it's better to be kind when you're active. And that can take so many different forms. You could be the one leading, or you could be the one following, but yet you're doing something. You're doing something to help yourself. Whether that's education, whether that's kindness, whether that's humility, you're doing something to help make our community and our world a better place. And that's what our hope is for you on behalf of the staff. Our hope is that we've prepared you with the starting skills to be able to go and move in whatever direction you plan to go, and hopefully come back to Menasha sometime, but to make a difference maker. In any way you choose, but to make a positive difference, not only in your life, but in the lives of others. Because that's really what we want, and that's what really we believe the Menasha Blue Jays are. One who helps spread their wings and helps others fly to even higher heights. So with that, congratulations, class of 2017. We're extremely proud of you. Thank you. There's a tradition at Menasha High School, and that is seniors can write an essay to honor a staff member who has been instrumental in their growth over time when they've been a student with the Menasha Joint School District. And this year, we have 3 seniors who are going to present what we call the Senior Bell. The first to do that is Brandon Jacob Gordon.
Being a teenager can be difficult. Being in high school can be difficult. But throw in living with a debilitating disease. Now that becomes a challenge. For those of you that don't know, I was born with cystic fibrosis, a life-threatening genetic lung disease for which there is no cure. I've spent my whole life taking pills, doing treatments and therapies, dealing with doctors, and spending weeks in the hospital. Halfway through my sophomore year, I had a moment that changed me from wanting to die to wanting to live. I went to the locker room to get ready for a home basketball game and decided that I wasn't going to go to the training room to do my treatment. You see, I had an agreement with my athletic trainer that I would do a breathing treatment before practices and before games. And if I didn't do the treatment, I wouldn't be able to participate. I walked over by her and she asked, "Did you do your breathing treatment?" I just stood there. She asked me again, and I answered no. She looked at me in disappointment and said, "You're done for the night. Go get dressed." I was so mad. She talked to my parents, and what happened next changed everything. She said, "What are you doing? Why didn't you do your treatment? Do you want to die?" Die. That word echoed in my head. Die. No one has ever blurted that word out to me like that. It was that moment when I looked up at her and said, "No, I don't want to die." That changed my life. I wasn't going to give up, just like she wasn't going to give up on me. I truly believe that in that moment, she saved my life. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. I would like to present my senior bell to my athletic trainer, my lifesaver, my friend, Anna Winstead.
May Dins.
There's a quote by Dan Rather that goes, "The dream begins with a teacher who believes in you, who tugs you and pushes you and leads you to the next plateau, sometimes poking you with the sharp stick called the truth." I didn't predict my time at Menasha High School would turn out the way it did. I used to watch cliche movies where teachers were mean and kids were even worse. It wasn't like that. Sophomore year, I found a teacher who would make my experience a not so painful and gruesome one. By senior year, he knew me so well, I knew I was cared about as a student, and I knew he wanted me to find success. Spreadsheets, dinosaurs, and Star Wars took a whole new meaning to me. He has inspired me to pursue a degree in education. He made me feel safe, successful, and carefree. High school is a much better experience when you have a teacher as accommodating, thoughtful, and warm-hearted as Mr. Glad. I can't thank you enough for teaching me so much, not just about science, but about the world.
Jordan G. Dewey.
Hello, everybody. I am here today to present a bell to a teacher who's helped me figure out how to view life in many different ways. He always shares stories and examples of how to become a better person, along with always challenging me to have my own thoughts on topics and encourage discussions, really deep discussions actually. He opened my eyes to a world that I didn't see before. There was a conversation we had about how closed off students are today, and how closed off the rest of the world to the rest of the world because of how self-centered we are as students, and how we much rather deal with our own attitudes and not care about anybody else. The question he asked me right at the end of that conversation struck me the most. He said, "Who would you rather be? The young man that was unwise and self-centered, or the young man that is wise and giving, that could have many opportunities in life?" So every day I focus on that question. I focus on how I can become a better person. I'll be honest, as a freshman, I was a very cocky freshman that needed to be put in my place. And that conversation was the conversation that changed me. And so I thank Mr. Boyer for all the time in his classroom and all the many moments we shared. And I would like to present this bell to Mr. Boyer.
At this time, we are going to recognize the Honor 10. These are the top 10 students in terms of GPA and academic achievement at Menasha High School. Bailey G. Augustine. Brianna Ray Grease. Nathan V. Hahn. Sheldon Frank S. Chi Ia Lee. Danielle Rose Maurer. Alexis K. Prest. Alana Karis Ribble. Jacob Henry Steenis. Riker J. Vanderheiden. In the foyer of the auditorium, we will have a framed picture of each one of these recognizing the class of 2017, Honor 10. Let's give them another round of applause. The class has selected Danielle Carol Goldman as its commencement speaker.
Hello, class of 2017, friends, family, that's it. In case you didn't know me, that's rude, but I'm Danielle Goldman. Today, we end our journey as high school students and technically become adults. Yikes. Over the past 4 years that all of us have spent together, we have gotten to know each other in every possible way. Some things are so memorable that I don't think I could forget them even if I tried. Like, have any of us really forgotten about that time that